Tony. Enjoy.
Thank you. They're the stars. Anatidophobia. I wonder who in the room has ever suffered from anatidophobia? Anybody? Anybody know anybody who suffered from it? Probably not. But it's to do with fear. It's the fear that a duck somewhere is watching you right now. And what I'm going to talk about tonight is fear. I'm going to talk about the fear of achieving things, because that's what stops us achieving things. How many of you have got things that you want to achieve and you can't? I'm talking about putting your ducks of achievement all in a row. And I'm talking about the 5 chemicals that you have and you produce within you that either stop you or enable you to get on with achieving the things you want to do in your life. And the first one is familiar to you. You know it. It's called adrenaline. And it's a bad boy. You might think of it as a good boy. But adrenaline is one of those things that you can't have in too big doses. Yes, it makes you sharp. Yes, you need it when you're going to do that run. Yes, you want it in your life. But adrenaline can overdose. And do you know what happens when you have an overdose of adrenaline? You can't think, you can't act, you can't do anything. Adrenaline. You know, I'm pretty convinced I've talked for 15 seconds now. And you know, I could talk all day about adrenaline. Do you know, adrenaline is like, do you know anybody with heart condition and they take that little pill, warfarin, tiny little thing? That's when you have a little bit. When you have a lot, and it's true of cortisol as well. Cortisol is your other stress chemical, adrenaline and cortisol, fight and flight. Then you move on to serotonin in about 2.5 seconds. Serotonin is that lovely feeling where you got your new baby in your arms. Dopamine is that feeling you see on the F1 circuit, on that person on the thing, and he's saying, yeah, I did that. I did that. Dopamine is that chemical. And one you may not have heard of, GABA. But if any of you, do you meditate? People out there, do you meditate? Yeah, there are people. And when you're meditating, that's what you're producing within your body, and you're actually calming your mind down. So you actually can, through awareness of this, through awareness of being able to produce those good chemicals, the serotonin, the dopamine, and the GABA, you can drive out the adrenaline and the cortisol and get yourself back. It's awareness. Do you know there was a pilot survey done by BALPA, and they discovered that when pilots were driving, they were flying on a long haul, 50% of them had woken up to find that the chap next to them was asleep and he was the co-pilot. Intention. Intention is the bit you need to do to actually get over this, to actually be aware of it, to be intention. And that is the duck of intention. I'd like to introduce you to my ducks. They're all here. That's the duck of adrenaline. That's the duck of intention. And here's the duck of posture. We'll talk about him in a minute. But you know, posture is that thing which jives your body. Those of you who are sitting there slumping, thinking, I wonder when this is all going to be over, don't feel too good. But those of you who are looking up and laughing, you feel good. And some of you also feel that just by doing that, just by changing your posture, you can be good. And then there's a language. If I could do that, but I never can. But I'm afraid I've never been good at that. All those bits of language that you feed to yourself. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you think, because you are listening. And this is the final key. The key coming up now is the final key for you, relaxation. It's not for nothing that CEOs play golf. It's not for nothing that your doctor tells you to go on holiday and lie on the beach when you're stressed. Relaxation. The duck of relaxation will bring it out. There she is. And she's one of the most important things you can have, the ducks of achievement. Do you know, I've got a few more here, and I'd love to talk to you about more of them. And you know, these ducks are most important to you. The duck of adrenaline, the duck of cortisol, the duck of serotonin, the duck of dopamine, the ducks of intention and awareness. And I think there might be another one left in here. There we are. The duck. That's him. The duck of achievement. You know, just by getting your ducks in a row, to get those things in a row that we've been talking about, those simple things that seem almost too simple to be true, just by doing that, you can succeed much better in your life. Much, much better. So relax. I'm a hypnotherapist, so look into my eyes. You're not looking into my eyes. I can't even see your eyes. The duck of achievement, your duck of achievement, can be the biggest duck in the pond. Thank you.